Here's your band's debut record.
Ooh, kick the ass. Good song. I think it's cool.
Here's your band's debut record after 63 million people have downloaded it for free. Yo, any questions? Respect the music.
A message from Online Tonight with David Lawrence.
Respect the music.
Don't pirate.
They're cool, they're real.
Can't get no better.
Hi.
Could you tell me where I am?
Can you fix my spare tire?
Damn it! Just do it!
From Hollywood.
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It's a special IGN GameSpy LiveWire version of the David Lawrence Show. And if we learn nothing else here at E3 Spiff, we've learned that, yes, in fact, stormtroopers can sit down.
Okay.
Which is kind of neat. I've never seen a stormtrooper actually sit.
That's a good point.
And then we found out that his butt is falling off. So that was making it uncomfortable for him to sit.
Poor
so
Imperial
you
craftsmanship.
brought your own bodyguard here. This is terrific. Raph Koster is with us from Sony.
I don't know if he's my bodyguard. His gun is pointing at me.
He keeps pointing the gun at you. I don't get this. But thank you for showing up and for your service to the Empire. Okay, there we go. We got Raph with us talking about Star Wars and the entire series. We've got a ton of questions in the chat. We'll get to those in just a second. You were talking about how the Galaxies series sort of developed.
Yeah, we launched the original title near the end of June last year, and over time we've been putting in a lot of additions. So I think highlights last year were when vehicles went in, people immediately started setting up along the pod race course, which in our time period is already destroyed. But they replicated it. Doesn't matter. The players replicated it anyway. They set it up again. They started racing speeder bikes around the course.
Right.
Player cities has been huge. We put in player cities. This allows people to put down their own buildings anywhere on the map that they can. Elect a mayor, kind of set up laws for their cities. There's over 3,000 player cities in Galaxies today.
There's a phrase in the business called emergence, where you're kind of like watching as you're developing the game, and you have plans for the game, but things happen that you had no idea were going to happen. You welcome that?
Absolutely. It's really at the heart of MMO gaming, right? That's what it's about. It's about players expressing themselves. When we put in player cities, we expected to get mayors and some cities that would fight wars. What we didn't expect is for there to be a Miss Galaxies beauty pageant, right? But there was.
Of course.
And the Wookiee won.
Natural gravitation towards sexuality. That's what it's all about. Go to the chat room and see what's going on in the arcade. We're actually streaming video via eBroadcasters in the Insider area, and we've got chat going on. Spiff is handling that along with Todd.
That's right. Techie Crust wants to know if there's going to be any kinds of ships available for players that are non-faction.
Yes, there are. One thing you all need to know about Jump to Lightspeed is that any player can get a ship quickly and easily. It's not going to be a really badass ship. It's going to be something kind of basic. But any player is able to quickly get a base ship and get out into space. And that means Rebel, Imperial, or neutral players. And there are missions tailored for each of these. There's different tracks for the different factions. So if you start doing the Rebel or Imperial missions, you will start advancing in the ranks on that side. But neutrals do have their own track. They can get a ship and get out there and start blowing stuff up.
Mm-hmm. On both sides, they can. Anybody's fair game for them.
Actually, that is true.
Yeah.
If you're taking smuggling missions, for example, it might be, forgive me, it might be something that's interdicted by the Empire or whatever. And
hey, you got to protect your cargo.
That's right.
That's right. All right, back to the chat.
So Cole wants to know, what are some features planned for players who have maxed out their skill points and their credits?
Well, we've been doing a lot of stuff. We've got this monthly published plan that's been going on. And, we've been slowly revamping a lot of some of the systems. So, for example, we've got a major Galactic Civil War update coming up, a big combat revamp where we're going to be going through and adjusting the difficulty on a lot of stuff. I would actually expect to see the high-end difficulty of the game go up quite a bit. So I think that we're going to be seeing that. Combat hopefully will become much more tactical than it has been till now. Mm-hmm. I think we're paying a lot of attention. A lot of our user base is up at that high level. And, at SOE, we've got a long tradition of cranking it up, making it a little tougher.
Absolutely.
So I think we'll see a lot of that.
When you walk the floor here, or when you go to user conferences, or whether you're online and you're sort of just touching the customer, Have they come up with stuff that has made you change your ideas whole about the game?
It's pretty common that customers will come up with things that developers didn't think of.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, right? Fact is, the developers are working on it all the time, but rarely do they have as much time to play as the users do,
Sure.
right? So the users often have a very different perspective on what's going on.
Do you have any play rule for the developers? Like they have to spend at least 15 to 20% of their time playing the game?
Actually, we do.
Yeah.
We have a rule that all the developers have to play. It's actually Fridays. We call Friday Play Day.
Mm-hmm.
They have to spend half the day playing on Fridays. And the second half of the day is specifically set aside for stuff that's not on the schedule. It's, okay, anything you saw that really bugged you this morning, go fix it.
Right.
Right? So, yeah, we absolutely try to keep them in the loop that way.
Raph Koster is with us from Sony Online Entertainment. We're talking Star Wars Galaxies, and I'll go back to the arcade and see what else we have for questions.
So Hothead wants to know, will Wookiees be able to wear the Jedi robes in the upcoming revamp?
Actually, I don't know the answer to that question.
Nice.
I don't know the
He's
answer
got a
to
gun
that.
trained on you, and you came up with that?
We stumped the guest.
Nice. All right. It's the IGN GameSpy LiveWire on the David Lawrence Show. Spiff is in the chat. If you want to join the chat, and if you're hearing this on the radio, you can do it tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We'll be here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you're hearing it live on the radio, then this was taped earlier in the day, but you can still jump into the chat, and you can download this from the File Planet as well. Other questions in the chat?
Absolutely. CloudStrife18 wants to know, says that the Empire in Star Wars Galaxies feels really greatly outnumbered. Is there any balancing issues to fix this plan?
It actually varies by server. So some servers have more Imperials and Rebels, others have more Rebels and Imperials. That said, a lot of the balancing isn't necessarily about numbers. The Imperials get much better equipment, for example. They get ADSTs, for example, that you can command. So kind of like pets or hirelings. You can order them around if you're high enough rank. Mm-hmm. So they do get some gear that really kind of overwhelms it. A well-commanded Imperial troop against a same-level Rebel group, if the Imperials have the gear, they can often win. That said, that is something that we pay a lot of attention to. As part of the GCW, one of the things that in the revamp that we want to do, we obviously want to pay attention to the balancing. We want to make sure that both tracks feel real appealing. But most importantly, what we want to do is make the GCW really the heart of the Elder game, what advanced players want to do the most, really make it so that it's, really feels integral to the game, really make it central. So, we're really trying to make that feel more strategic and more tactical and more important to everyday lives.
Live on the floor at E3 at the LA Convention Center in Los Angeles. It's the David Lawrence Show. Special IGN GameSpy LiveWire version. Raph Koster is our guest with Sony Online Entertainment. All week long, we're going to be featuring very, very important people, VVIPs, here on stage. Raph is the only one that's brought his own guard. You're doing a good job, by the way, even though your butt's falling off. Again, do you dream about this stuff? Do you find that your dreams have changed because you're in charge of projects like this? Because the way you speak is a language that is very specific to what you do. And I imagine if that starts to invade your body.
It takes over my life. When we were working on Galaxies, I literally had daydreams about sand patterns on Tatooine. I'd fall asleep at night going, oh, the ripples on that look wrong. Oh, we need to get the rock to stick out more. That kind of stuff. Yeah, it takes over your brain. It's kind of like the old Tetris dreams.
Sure, absolutely.
Where the entire world would look like
blocks. First time I used
a
mouse, I was mousing in my dream and dragging and dropping. The very first time you used a graphical interface, it's such a change in how you do things, so...
It's the game is rewiring your brain.
That's right. Thank God. Yeah. Back to the chat in the arcade. What else have we got?
So,
there was the California first time today. There we go.
Tobonic wants to know, if you're going to be able to take ships out like vehicles and fly around planets, how seamless is the vehicle action going to be with action, say, on the planets in the game?
We're not doing atmospheric flight for jump to light speed. What we're doing is you go to a starport. You got to check your space vehicle out of a spaceport, and then we do zone you. Okay, it's not seamless. We're not. Unfortunately, tech isn't quite there yet to let you just fly around, come down through the atmosphere, burn up in it or whatever, come down, land at the spaceport, fly around. We're also a little bit nervous about letting people strafe X-Wings down the streets of Tatooine. That does make us a little bit nervous. Might be a little bit unbalancing for the guys on the ground. So right now you do zone. There are
those great cannons. Can't they just set those up? Can't attack unless you've got cannons?
Well, yeah, the problem is, what if you don't have a cannon and the X-Wings come in anyway?
Then they can't come in.
Well...
Okay, fine.
That'd be a little hard.
Sorry. Didn't mean to jump the track there.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
There's over 10 space zones, and the space zones are centered around the different planets. So once you head out into space, you're then able to go to the different kind of hyperspace points and navigate through those to get to different space zones. And once you're in a different space zone by a different planet, you are able to land from there. You just need to find, get to the local spaceport orbiting beacon so that you can then head down to the planet. So it isn't seamless in that sense. Part of that is because the mechanics are fairly different. On the ground, it is an RPG combat system, but up in space, it's twitch-based, right? It's literally, you got to aim, you got to click the mouse, shoot your bolts.
Right.
So part of the goal here is, what we're trying to do with Galaxies is really encompass a variety of experiences. That's really been the name of the game since day one, right? We've got the social aspect, you've got the city building, you've got the economic system, which a lot of people play like a strategy game.
Sure.
You've got the RPG combat.
It has so many elements of all these other... It's like, you've built in sim into this, you've built in a whole bunch of things into this that people can just concentrate on if they don't want to do shooting games, right?
That's right. That's actually part of the point. So by adding jump to life speed, what we're doing is adding another way to play the game.
Right. All right, terrific. I'm going to ask you, sir, to help escort our guest out, make sure he's safe, and goes on to his next mission. Raph Koster.
I'm not going to a cell block, am I?
No, I don't think so. He's just going to go to the bathroom, I think. Raph Koster from Sony Online Entertainment for Star Wars Galaxy. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it very much.
It was a
there
pleasure.
You go. Give him a big round of applause. There you go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more chats to talk about. And coming up, we've got the team behind Galactic Conquest for Battlefield 1942. Back in a moment.
Election day is around the corner. Everyone is making promises. But if you're a homeowner strapped for cash, you need someone who can help you today. Call Genesis Financial.
This is Jim Eichenbaum. And even if you have less than perfect credit, we can still help you take advantage of rates less than 6%. So don't be misled by all the empty promises made by other lenders who keep asking for more time and paperwork. There's no bait and switch, no upfront fees, just straight talk and honesty.
Call Genesis Financial at 888-32-APPLY and save thousands of dollars in less than 20 minutes. You don't need tax returns or W-2s or mountains of paperwork. Even if you have mortgage lates or a past bankruptcy, we can lower your monthly payments because at Genesis, we specialize in home loans for homeowners just like you. And with your equity, you can get the cash you need with a rate below 6%. Call 888-32-APPLY before rates go back up. That's 888-322-7759. Not licensed in all states. Call now at 888-32-APPLY.
People who make quality products know it's easy to connect with thousands of customers when they advertise right here.
At Online Tonight with David Lawrence.
He's got a passion about products that he likes, and that passion comes out every time he talks about one of them.
That's Sue Nail, Public Relations Director of CE Software, and she's sold on David's ability to explain high-tech products to a mass audience.
We have a product called Quick Keys, and it's hard for people to understand what Quick Keys does. And he does examples on the radio on how he uses it. It just seems to make it easier for people to understand.
Sue says David Lawrence knows how to connect with her customers.
Oh, definitely. We notice a spike in sales every time he talks about our product.
David Lawrence can help you promote your quality product. It's easy. Just call our Online Tonight marketing team at 972-402-8800 and ask for Monica at extension 225.
Reach thousands of high-tech customers with Online Tonight and David Lawrence.
Call 972-402-8800 extension 225.
You have a problem. It's one you face every day. It's the fact that no one cares about wasting your time. Not the telemarketer who calls you at dinner, or the guy in the fast food drive-thru lane who can't seem to get the orders right. Not even the websites that promise you information when you need it. No one values your time. Well, actually, almost no one. Because TermOnly.com understands you don't have time to waste when looking for life insurance. So when you visit their website, they'll help you get right to the point. There's no wasted effort, no wasted energy, and in just a couple of clicks, they deliver the life insurance quotes you want to see. TermOnly.com draws from a variety of quality life insurance providers, so you get a wide range of quotes and absolutely no wasted time. Log on to TermOnly.com today. Get the quotes you need, quickly and professionally. Someone cares about making your time count. It's TermOnly.com.
It's that time of year again, pollen season. Did you know there is a way to eliminate airborne substances like pollen, bacteria, and fungi, as well as mold and mildew in your home or office? Eliminate pet dander, tobacco smoke, cooking odors, and dust. Now you can do it all with 4Air Fix, the nation's #1 air purification system company. Now you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that you and your family are breathing healthier, cleaner air. Plus, you'll enjoy a fresh, clean thunderstorm air smell throughout your entire home. The fresh air from 4Air Fix is designed to treat all of the rooms in your house up to 3,000 square feet. No filters to buy, no collector rods to clean. The 4Air Fix unit is about the size of a small stereo speaker and costs only pennies a day to operate. Call 4Air Fix and put fresh air in your home today absolutely risk-free with our 100% money-back guarantee. Call 1-877-4-AIR-FIX. And just for the pollen season, you'll receive free shipping. Give your family fresh, clean, pure air this spring. Call 1-877-4-AIR-FIX now. That's 1-877-4-AIR-FIX. And start breathing fresh air.
Gold and silver prices are up over 50% in the last 2 years. Right now, Merit Financial, the metals experts, are offering you a free report called The Coming Boom in Gold for 2004. Call now, 866-787-3465. That's 866-PURE-GOLD. Best of all, Merit's prices are often 10% less than the competition for the exact same gold. Before you make a gold purchase, call Merit and compare. 866-787-3465. That's 866-PURE-GOLD. Do it now.
Give me a break.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of hip.
Live from Los Angeles. Live from Los Angeles. It's the Game Spy.
LiveWire.
LiveWire. Thank you for that massive amount of vocal vomit there. It's 9 minutes before the hour. It's the David Lawrence Show, a special IGN Game Spy LiveWire version. We're coming to you live from the floor at the Los Angeles Convention Center in Los Angeles, California. That's the way they do things on the West Coast, everybody. Spiff is in the chat. This portion of the show brought to you by 10quicksteps.com. Can't buy one anywhere, but you can win an iPod Mini from 10quicksteps.com. Order any 10 Quick Steps guide between now and May 31st, and you could win the amazing iPod Mini in the color of your choice. Getting stuff done in life in 10 quick steps over at 10quicksteps.com. Now, if you missed the audio for this hour of the show, you can always download it over at thedavidlawrenceshow.com. And you can also grab it, these three shows, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you can grab the audio from File Planet, correct? How long before it's up at File Planet, Spiff? Is this going to be like a week-long thing where you have to prep it and massage it and put butter on it? And
the video, I believe, will be up probably faster than the audio because I actually have to handle all of the editing and posting on the audio.
Really?
And as you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot of editing right at this moment.
So what, are you going to fire up the XM receiver again down at Irvine?
Actually,
and
I'm archiving everything right here on site. So I'll probably be burning the midnight oil at a date to be disclosed.
Fabulous.
And I will let everybody know in the Arcade Informant, which is our weekly arcade newsletter, which you can subscribe to at GameSpyArcade.com/newsletter.
Yeah.
I will send notice out through that when the audio archive is available.
All right, terrific.
So I want to mention one thing more, too. There are apparently some people that are listening to the audio stream, but they're not actually in GameSpy Arcade. So I wanted to let those people know that they can actually participate in this chat and ask questions of our guests live if they download GameSpy Arcade from GameSpyArcade.com and then log into the LiveWire lobby. They'll see a button under the My Games tab once they've logged into GameSpy Arcade.
How, in fact, are they hearing the audio if they're not in the arcade?
That's a good question.
Don't know. They're grabbing the IP address somewhere, aren't they? Yes, they are.
Sneaky, crafty,
They're sneaky. They're snarky. Speaking of sneaky and snarky, if you played any sort of multiplayer game, Battlefield 1942, of course, for people that are World War II fanatics, you know, when you've got Band of Brothers playing on the History Channel now, who can't be? I mean, you know, when you look at that sort of thing. You guys, Rob, you're going to help me with the pronunciation on this. Is it Stasny?
Stiasny.
Stiasny. So you actually pronounce all the vowels in your last name.
It's a Hungarian.
And Scott Zier?
That's correct.
Terrific. All right. Now, you two, you don't have a massive company. You just got together and said, we're going to make some mods here, right?
Yeah.
How do you know each other?
Well, we actually met through the mod.
Gotcha. Okay. So you didn't know each other before that?
No.
You were working online and you just got together that way?
Yeah.
Are you both from this area? Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area in California.
And you?
I'm from Georgia,
Wow.
Georgia.
And that's how you work?
Yeah, in fact, we have mod developers on our team. We have a guy named Luri from Finland.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Canadian named Eric who's on our team.
Are they here at the show? Were you looking to get together and have pancakes?
No, they're not here at the show. They couldn't make it.
That's too
a little
bad.
long of a flight.
Tell people about the mod.
All right, well, we
Galactic
make a mod.
Conquest.
Yep, we make a mod called Galactic Conquest, which transforms the World War II shooter, Battlefield 1942, into a Star Wars game. And it's a total conversion of it, so you're going to see all new original art, resources, physics, and a new style of combat.
Okay. Why? Why take the World War II thing and bring it back, forward, wherever, to the world of Star Wars?
Well, we really wanted to make, we're all big Star Wars fans. And there's always a kind of Star Wars action game that we always wanted to play. And at the time, there wasn't one out there. And Battlefield 1942 was an excellent engine to work with. And so it just seemed like a natural thing to do, and it's been a lot of fun.
Any anachronisms, any 22s falling into the hands of stormtroopers?
Not really.
No, you've just been real pure with it?
Yeah, real
All
pure.
right. If you have questions in the chat, get them ready. How do people get this? How do they access it?
You can download it from our website, www.galacticconquest.net.
Is there a dash in there?
Yes, there's a hyphen in there.
Make sure you say that, because
Galactic
people will go and it'll be a porn site and I'll get the email, so don't do that. So it's galactic-conquest.net.
That's correct.
Okay.
You can also get it from File Planet and all the normal Battlefield sites as well.
You monetizing this at all?
No, we're not making any kind of profit.
You're just for the fun of it.
Yeah, in fact, our agreement with LucasArts is that we are remaining non-profit, and that we also use as our primary download site lucasfiles.com.
Gotcha,
they see us as a promotional tool for their site.
Terrific. And that's an interesting choice that company makes, because obviously they could be all over your butts.
Yeah, it's fantastic
for copyright
of them.
infringement. Did you come to them first before you released it and said, look, we want to do this, is that okay with you? Or did you release it and then beg for forgiveness?
There was work started on it before we went to them.
Right.
In which case they started up a conversation with us about it, and at that time we just worked it out and came to an agreement.
Cool. 5 minutes before the hour. Spiff, we got questions in the chat?
We do have a couple. Hardflip wants to know if you're planning at all to move over to Battlefield Vietnam in the future.
We're still looking at that.
By the way, in Battlefield Vietnam, when the stormtroopers come home, they're all going to be spat upon. That's the problem.
Yes.
That's a
tough
so
problem.
go ahead.
We're reviewing Battlefield Vietnam constantly, and right now we're waiting for a couple more updates. There's some things in Vietnam that make it hard to do a direct port. Like, they don't have an objective mode that we can use, and we used that extensively in 1942. And so we're waiting, and we're analyzing each patch they're going to make for Vietnam to see when it's best to make a move over to it.
Okay. More in the chat?
Just a second. We're getting a few more questions in here.
Is Cobb working hard in there?
Cobby is working into a feverish
we've got about
lather.
30 seconds, so let me just do this. If people want to go to the site, it's galactic-conquest.net.
Yes.
This is up to 64 players over LAN or over the net, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Anything else you want them to know?
Just want to say thank you to File Planet for their support, and thank you to
Isn't it great?
Yep, thank you to Jolt, also our web host.
Very nice.
They've been fantastic.
All right, terrific. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. This is just hour number one of some massive coverage of E3, and we're here live on the floor at the LA Convention Center. It's the David Lawrence Show. It's the special IGN GameSpy LiveWire edition. Thank you guys, Rob Stiasny and Scott Zier, for being on with us. Coming up next hour, we've got some great guests as well. Infinity Ward, Call of Duty, Gray Matter Studios. Ken Levine will be with us from Irrational Games. Stay tuned both on the air, online, in the chat, and at IGN. Back in a moment.
Hi, Jim. Over here. Say, I heard your earnings report. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's been a great year. You did pretty well yourself.
We did some things right, but I'm afraid we're too conservative and waiting to expand. Imagine the market share we'll lose waiting to build.
Have you called the general?
The General.
General Steel Corporation, one of the best-known names of pre-engineered steel buildings. Look, you don't need to complicate this, and you sure can't afford to lose time in this economy. Call this number, 1-877-98-STEEL. How do you think we did so well this year? I called General Steel, told them what we needed, and we had buildings delivered to 3 locations around the country. And our buildings were engineered for our needs and to meet the requirements of each area. Best part was when I compared the General structure to similar conventional construction, I saved up to half the cost, and it went up at about half the time. Save up to half the cost and half the time with a building from General Steel.
Buy a 60 by 120 for under $45,000 or a 100 by 150 for under $100,000.
If you need space, you need the General. Call 1-877-98-STEEL today.
Election day is around the corner. Everyone is making promises. But if you're a homeowner strapped for cash, you need someone who can help you today. Call Genesis Financial.
This is Jim Eichenbaum, and even if you have less than perfect credit, we can still help you take advantage of rates less than 6%. So don't be misled by all the empty promises made by other lenders who keep asking for more time and paperwork. There's no bait and switch, no upfront fees, just straight talk and honesty.
Call Genesis Financial at 888-32-APPLY and save thousands of dollars in less than 20 minutes. You don't need tax returns or W-2s or mountains of paperwork. Even if you have mortgage lates or a past bankruptcy, we can lower your monthly payments because at Genesis, we specialize in home loans for homeowners just like you. And with your equity, you can get the cash you need with a rate below 6%. Call 888-32-APPLY before rates go back up. That's 888-322-7759. Not licensed in all states. Call now at 888-32-APPLY.
From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Seconds past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minute past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minute 30 seconds past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minutes past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minutes 30 seconds past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guy Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight.
But now I'm stronger.
3 minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minutes past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight.
Stronger. And I never thought that I could be. I used to go with a flow.
4 minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minutes past the hour. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Minutes, 30 seconds past the hour, 60 seconds to live. From Los Angeles,
This is the David Lawrence Show.
Monday through Friday nights.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
3 hours instant replays, 15 minutes of avails per hour.
All waiting for you on Star Guide Channel DGN Net.
You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. 6 minutes past the hour, 30 seconds to live. You want the David Lawrence Show tonight. Tone ends at 0620.
I don't think I'll ever take acid again. Before I thought it was the best thing in the world.
Absolutely. Aw, man.
From the West Coast of America,
Monday through Friday nights.
expanding his dynamic range,
Digging deep into the minds of today's hottest celebrities.
showing listeners the moral and social path.
It's called simply
The David Lawrence Show. And now, David.
Are these things on motors? Or they're just set and they're not going to move? Are they on motors? Is that one's on motors? Okay, just nobody's there. It's cool? Okay. We're live on the floor at E3. It's IGN GameSpy LiveWire edition of the David Lawrence Show. And we've had an amazing hour. I'd like to just stop now because Lord knows after this first hour...
No kidding.
You know, what more could we possibly bring?
Well, I think people would be very upset if we didn't bring them the Playboy bunnies.
But we've executed so flawlessly.
Yeah, it's like butter.
You know? Now, the one thing that could keep me doing the show is the fact that at 11:45 this morning, which is when we're taping the show for broadcast, 2 Playboy bunnies will be here live on the LiveWire stage.
That's true.
And here's one of them now. No, that's not true. Lily von Stupp and Max and Victoria, the Smarts, are helping us out here, along with Spiff on stage, Cobb in the chat room.
Karen
She's doing
Cobb.
okay?
Cobby is holding up, I believe. Yeah.
All right, cool.
She's passing questions already. So
terrific. We've got some great guests coming up as well. Gray Matter's going to be with us. Ken Levine is going to be with us from Irrational Game on Freedom Force 2. And Rob Alvey, am I pronouncing your name properly?
That is correct.
All right, Rob, thanks for joining us. You're here to talk about Call of Duty.
Yes, Call of Duty United Offensive.
How excited are you to be at the show? Do you look forward to this every year?
Yeah, I mean, so far even walking in today, it's been absolutely insane. It's been maybe an hour, and I still cannot get over the amount of people that come every year. Every year is just
the funny thing
insane.
Is this isn't open to the public.
No.
And yet you look around and you go, well, if this isn't the public, because everybody who's in the gaming industry also plays games.
Yep.
I mean, it's one of those rare things that, you can be in an industry and enjoy the fruits of the labor. It's like being in coffee and being a coffee freak.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us about Call of Duty. What's going on there?
Well, let's see. We are showcasing United Offensive, Call of Duty United Offensive, which is the expansion pack to Call of Duty. We're building on already, a fantastic game, adding, and I'll just kind of top line it a little bit for you guys first, adding, new modes to multiplayer, including being able to drive vehicles and have anti-tank weapons. We're adding, a bunch of new single-player maps, lots of new features, such as being able to cook off grenades, use the flamethrower, actually have deployable machine guns, sprint across battlefields, use smoke grenades in multiplayer. We've completely revamped the particle system, so when you're up in that B-17 bomber blasting planes out of the sky, you're going to see some brand new effects that you haven't seen before.
Cool. When you look at the way the game has changed over the years, how do you feel? I mean, do you feel like you're satisfied, or you're never satisfied? You're one of these people that never quite get where you need to be.
Well, it's one of those things where in development it needs to be challenging to be fun. And certainly, when Activision approached us about doing, doing the expansion pack, I mean, we sat down with Infinity Ward, and it was like, wow, I mean, they've already raised the bar so high. How do we take it to the next level? And quite honestly, I mean, yeah, it was challenging, but that's also what made it fun, is, sitting down in, multiple design meetings with, milk, cookies, and other bizarre, junk foods of that nature, and trying to come up with different ways that we could, expand upon the gameplay.
Do you spend most of your time managing or most of your time creating?
It's a little bit of kind of everything. I mean, I think, most studios, everybody puts on different hats. I mean, I spend a lot of time managing the team, but I spend a lot of time playing the game. That's kind of what it's all about. I mean, we've got a solid team of designers, programmers, and artists, and I think we're all kind of kids at heart in a way. I mean, here we are making video games, and we all need to be managed a bit. So I'd say there's a little bit of both.
We're going to take some questions from the arcade in just a moment. If you're listening online and you're spoofing the IP address to get the stream, go to GameSpy Arcade, download the arcade. It's a much better experience.
That's right.
This portion of the show brought to you by the amazing Safety Laser, the Rescue Laser Flare, visible up to 20 miles away at night, 3 miles during the day. It's even visible underwater. Hike, dive, sail, and drive with a safety device that can be used in every weather condition. The URL there is safetylaser.com. If you want the URL to find out more about Call of Duty and the latest incarnation, infinityward.com or Activision.com, yes?
That's correct.
Yeah. Or
actually, you can go to, is it
callofduty.com?
Yeah, that'd work great.
And what about on File Planet? What have we got for them on File Planet?
I believe there are tons of files having to do with Call of Duty, movies, gameplay movies, patches. There's actually some great mods out for the game right now that people can go check out. There's a whole section devoted to Call of Duty over on fileplanet.com. So
all right, we'll get to those questions in the arcade in just a second. What do you hope to accomplish this year at the show? Just be here?
Yeah, just be able to show off, a kick-ass game. I mean, that's, what it's all about.
Very nice. Let's go to the arcade and see what we've got question-wise.
So, Irish Crazy Man wants to know if there's any sort of modifications that are being made to the multiplayer gameplay with United Offensive over the original Call of Duty. that you can talk about yet?
All right, Irish crazy man. What changes are we making? I mean, I think first of all,
his last name, by the way, is Weinstein.
Weinstein.
So when you get, the Irish part of the Weinstein. So go ahead. Sorry.
So, what we're trying to add is, we've always said that we're trying to make our multiplayer game a little bit more dynamic, meaning we want to be able to allow the players to hop inside the vehicles. We've got, different types of tanks. We've got Jeeps that you can hop into. And then at the same time, our maps are big enough to where the tanks can drive around, but not so big that they're exclusive to tanks. We've also got, you're able to have your infantry use bazookas, satchel charges, flak cannons to be able to take out the tanks. So there's a good balance. I mean, that's really what we wanted to create. It wasn't just about tanks and vehicles. It was about tanks and vehicles and infantry, and you feel like there is a balance between both sides.
Do you spend your time adjusting the game? I mean, do you spend time saying, okay, this is just a little too powerful to make this game interesting?
Oh, we all do. I mean, there's things that we go in and we're like, oh, crap, this isn't going to work. And then we change it a little bit here and that doesn't work. And then we have to go back and forth. I mean, that's, and like I said, that's part of the fun. I mean, that's what it's all about, making a game that feels really good, whether you're in a tank or whether you're, lone guy with a satchel charge. You want to cook it off just right so you can throw it over, when that tank rolls over and you time it just right. So you take out that tank.
All right, back to the chat at Arcade.
So Blaze 2004 wants to know if the weapon realism is going to be changing at all in the expansion.
Weapon realism.
So a lot of people are concerned about how the weapons play in the game versus how they might feel in reality.
It's a good question, Blaze. I mean, definitely what we do with all of our weapons is, we go out and we. Not only do we go out to the field and we actually shoot actual weapons, but we actually bring them internally and we, grab stills, and we photograph them. But as far as the
you shoot each other, really, with live rounds,
well,
correct?
we'll use the airsoft stuff, maybe.
Oh, okay, all right, fine.
Got to practice a little bit.
I understand.
But as far as the realism, I mean, I think we make sure that we take care of whatever historical, significance is there and make sure that the weapons are as realistic as possible.
All right. So again, if people want information, Infinity Ward, CallOfDuty.com, InfinityWard.com, Activision.com.
Yep.
Where would you send people first for the most? CallOfDuty.com?
I would probably send them to CallOfDuty.com. That'll give you, the most kind of up-to-date information. Also, Activision.com is also a good site to go through if you're going to download patches or anything like that.
Rob Albee with us from Infinity Ward or from Activision. Thanks for being with us. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Good to be here.
Yep. IGN GameSpy LiveWire edition of the David Lawrence Show. We are live from the floor, as you can hear in the background, at E3. We're just inside the doors. The riffraff has entered, and we are up and running. This is hour number 2 of the show. We got a whole bunch more to come. Just ahead, we're going to be talking to the people from Gray Matter Studios on Call of Duty United Offensive. So I guess other people are coming in. So back in a moment.
It's that time of year again, pollen season. Did you know there is a way to eliminate airborne substances like pollen, bacteria, and fungi, as well as mold and mildew in your home or office? Eliminate pet dander, tobacco smoke, cooking odors, and dust. Now you can do it all with 4Air Fix, the nation's #1 air purification system company. Now you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that you and your family are breathing healthier, cleaner air. Plus, you'll enjoy a fresh, clean thunderstorm air smell throughout your entire home. The fresh air from 4Air Fix is designed to treat all of the rooms in your house up to 3,000 square feet. No filters to buy, no collector rods to clean. The 4Air Fix unit is about the size of a small stereo speaker and costs only pennies a day to operate. Call 4Air Fix and put fresh air in your home today absolutely risk-free with our 100% money-back guarantee. Call 1-877-4-AIR-FIX. And just for the pollen season, you'll receive free shipping. Give your family fresh, clean, pure air this spring. Call 1-877-4-AIR-FIX now. That's 1-877-4-AIR-FIX. And start breathing fresh air.
My name's Brian, and I've been suffering from psoriasis and eczema for over 15 years. And this product, Skin Zinc, is the only treatment I've used that actually works. I love it because there's no steroids. You just spray it on, and it works. It's like having brand new skin.
I'm Janine, and I just want to tell everyone out there that Skin Zinc is amazing. I don't itch, no more bleeding, and I haven't had a flare-up since I started using it. Look, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I finally have a social life again. Just try it. It works, believe me.
My name is Mark, and I've used everything there is to treat the dry, flaky skin on my arms. SkinZinc is the only product that's helped. I don't know why doctors don't have this, but I'm telling you, they don't. It's really the closest thing to a medical miracle.
Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial of SkinZinc at 1-800-655-6719. Active ingredient is FDA approved. Call 1-800-655-6719. Instant satisfaction, 1-800-655-6719. Call now, 1-800-655-6719.
Are you losing your hair? Is that bald spot getting bigger? Is your hair looking thinner? Why aren't you using Avacor, the hair growth treatment that has helped thousands of people just like you regrow their hair?
I am 39 years old. I've been slowly balding over the last 10 years. Thanks to Avacor, my hair is coming back, and I couldn't be more excited.
The best product that I've tried.
Avacor is the product of the 21st century.
If you're losing your hair and haven't tried Avacor yet, how about a free month supply? We're giving away a free month of Avacor with all of today's orders. Avacor is proven to successfully stop hair loss and regrow hair.
Call 800-407-0018 for your risk-free trial of Avacor. Call now, 800-407-0018. That's 800-407-0018. And remember, all of today's orders will receive an additional month's supply of Avacor absolutely free. Call 800-407-0018.
Hi, Jim. Over here. Say, I heard your earnings report. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's been a great year. You did pretty well yourself.
We did some things right, but I'm afraid we're too conservative and waiting to expand. Imagine the market share we'll lose waiting to build.
Have you called the General?
The General.
General Steel Corporation, one of the best-known names of pre-engineered steel buildings. Look, you don't need to complicate this, and you sure can't afford to lose time in this economy. Call this number, 1-877-98-STEEL. How do you think we did so well this year? I called General Steel, told them what we needed, and we had buildings delivered to 3 locations around the country. And our buildings were engineered for our needs and to meet the requirements of each area. Best part was when I compared the General structure to similar conventional construction, I saved up to half the cost, and it went up at about half the time. Save up to half the cost and half the time with a building from General Steel. Buy a 60 by 120 for under $45,000 or a 100 by 150 for under $100,000. If you need space, you need the General. Call 1-877-98-STEEL today.
Gold and silver prices are up over 50% in the last 2 years. Right now, Merit Financial, the metals experts, are offering you a free report called The Coming Boom in Gold for 2004. Call now, 866-787-3465. That's 866-PURE-GOLD. Best of all, Merit's prices are often 10% less than the competition for the exact same gold. Before you make a gold purchase, call Merit and compare. 866-787-3465. That's 866-PURE-GOLD. Do it now.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
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 Hey, everybody.
Hello there, sir.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, yo, what up?
Hello, hi, and how are you?
From the LA Convention Center on the west coast of America. Live from E3. It's the GameSpy LiveWire.
We are live on the floor at E3, just inside the massive glass doors in the West Hall. It's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, special IGN GameSpy LiveWire edition of the David Lawrence Show. Just on the other side of this wall is the Jetta that we are going to be giving away. You can actually enter to win online. The Jetta's all tricked out. It's in cherry apple red. It's gorgeous. And when you stop by, it sort of dominates this side of the hall. You can go check it out if you're at the show. Maybe we can get later on when the video guys start walking around, we can get a shot of that for the stream as well. But we've got that given away. We've also got all kinds of information over at GameSpy Arcade and an IGN Insider on the things that we're doing here at the show. And if you're listening live in the morning, great. If you're listening live on the radio at night, fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be talking video games for the next 3 days, and we're bringing you all the flavor. Coming up later this hour, some very special pungent flavor. We're going to be bringing on the Playboy Playmates and Playboy Mansion the new game that they have coming out, and we're going to be talking to them about that. Always good to have hot chicks on the show.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, with us is Rob Alvey. Do you have a card?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I keep looking at your chest, and I know now how women feel, you know? Rob is a senior producer at Gray Matter. And before the break, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my thing and going, Gray Matter, wait a minute, you're with Gray Matter, wait a minute, you know, so you're back.
Yes, I am.
That's great, that's perfect. So we'll take some more questions from the chat room. A lot of information is available at planetcallofduty.com. Must be nice to have a game that has its own planet on GameSpy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Back to the chat, Spiff.
So Giggy wants to know how you're going to balance the game with the addition of tanks in the expansion.
Giggy.
Yes.
Giggy.
Please, no fun of the names.
All right.
Giggy.
All right, Giggy. How are we going to balance the tanks? Well, I mean, it's basically a lot of just playing the game. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we throw a bunch of tanks in there, we throw a bunch of dudes in there, and we see how it's balanced. And you know, we sort of feel that at some point that we need to add either more tanks, less tanks, adjust hit points, adjust the amount of weapons that are in the game. I mean, that's kind of what we do. It's really making sure that there are enough weapons like the bazookas and the satchel charges and everything that can take out the tanks, as well as the right amount of tanks that you're not feeling like the vehicles are overpowering the infantry. Mm-hmm. So it's trial and error.
It's all a matter of balance.
Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
Once you've developed the game, you must spend most of your time making sure that people don't game the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already been doing that. I mean, we've been play balancing our multiplayer for a couple of months already, and we still have a lot of time left before the game ships.
So, are you based in this area, or are you?
Yeah, we're in West LA.
Okay, so you just walked over.
Basically,
yeah. So, did you hear any of the special announcements at the show?
I haven't heard anything. Like, literally just got here, and from even outside the building, you can hear all of the loud explosions and techno music and everything from there. So.
Yeah, and our liners, which are very, very loud and very, very explosive.
Yep.
Back to the chat for another question.
So West Coaster Shorty wants to know if there's going to be any AI improvements made to the expansion in the area of the way that models react when they're being shot at or things like that.
West Coaster Shorty. Sounds like a guy to be riding roller coasters.
You gotta leave it alone.
Yeah. Well, West Coaster Shorty sounds familiar for some reason. I don't know why. But no, I mean, we're already building on a amazing foundation of AI that the guys in Infinity War did, and yeah, I mean, we're adding a lot of abilities for the AI as well. Not only just for the single player game, but a lot of the new abilities in the multiplayer. But yeah, I mean, definitely, improvements along the way, making sure that you always work with your squad, making sure, like, if you get an objective where you got a half a dozen tanks or something that you got to plan charges on, for example, that it's not just you, the player, that's going out and doing it. Everybody on your team has certain objectives that they need to fulfill also. And, yeah, they'll help out the player. I mean, when you're on our B-17 bomber, you'll see the friendly players, the friendly AI, they're also out there shooting down planes.
Yeah.
So...
Guess who's arrived? Zier's here. Fabulous. Is it Zier or is it Jason West? It's what? Zier. Okay, good. All right, terrific. Zier, you're the lead designer for it. Okay, no. Jeez. So, I'm reaching for the button because I usually have a touch screen. We've been missing you. We wanted to talk to you like earlier this afternoon or earlier this morning. You've been spending your time on the floor?
Yeah, I just found out I'm supposed to do this, actually.
You just found out?
Yeah.
They just spring this stuff on you, huh?
Yeah.
We've been talking about Call of Duty and so on, and I'm imagining that you two work together pretty closely.
Yeah, we've been working together.
How long now?
It's been, 7-8 months maybe? Possibly longer than that?
I think so.
Yeah. The announcements that you're making at the show about United Offensive, what are you most proud of?
About United Offensive? I've been really impressed by the way that they've really brought it up another notch and made the game look so nice, and that bomber level is amazing.
Just overall really nice.
Oh yeah.
Really nice.
I think the polish is, I have to admit, I think it does look a little nicer than the original.
All right, terrific.
We're
going to have some questions for you in the chat room, I'm sure. Spiff, what do we got?
There's a lot of questions. One guy wants to know if there's any plans to patch.
See, he's
some
now
of the...
stopped giving you the names. One guy.
Well, this
and that's
guy's
not his name.
This guy's name isn't even really
It's
a name.
unintelligible,
it's just a
right?
String of random letters and numbers.
Yes, pronounce that, big boy.
Yeah,
He's random guy.
Yeah,
Spiff
random guy,
boy.
and he is from a clan too. So there's a
Random clan guy.
huge long clan tag in there too.
There you go.
He wants to know: do you plan on patching the spawning problem in Call of Duty, where you spawn right next to enemies? Can you speak to that at all?
Oh, that'd be a good question for Z.
For Infinity Ward here.
How do you prevent people from being offed right away?
Well, we try to do our best with that, but we're actually pretty happy with the way it works currently.
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
Exactly.
All right, go
engineers
ahead.
and designers will tell you that over and over again.
Get better at playing the game.
Yeah, I would say that, if the expansion is going to fix that, then it'll be fixed. Otherwise,
you're sticking. That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
That's what you got.
Yeah, no, I got to be honest. I'm pretty happy with the way it works too, and it's not been on the list of sort of many things that we want to be able to take to the next level. I mean, that's not one of the things that sort of has really come up as a major issue. But we'll certainly look into it. Random clan guy.
Make sure you go to planetcallofduty.com as well. This is going to be your shortest radio appearance ever. Just so you know. Flies right by, doesn't it? You've actually been on the air for an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
Wow.
No. If Ken Levine doesn't show up, you can certainly stay. I mean, but we'll do what we can. Thanks for joining us. If you're going to stay with us, great. If not, thank you ahead of time, Rob, Zied.
It's up to you guys, really.
Well, it's up to Rob Levine. If he's going to be late, then we'll keep you guys on and we'll ask more questions.
All right.
It's IGN, GameSpy, LiveWire. My name is David Lawrence. It's the David Lawrence Show. We'll take a break, and we will be right back.